What's cracking, people? This is your man, Cousin T, and welcome to this installment of
I try to give you 60 seconds of affection.
60 Seconds of Selectcellence, where doubt and hateration meet observable reality. Now, today's installment is brought to you by the T-Taw Tabernacle. And today we want to send a special shout out to Henry Wright for making a donation to the T-Taw Tabernacle. Your donation will go to the House of Healing Building Fund. Remember, if anybody ever wants to sponsor a video or just send a donation to the T-Taw Tabernacle, we'll send you a shout out, and we'll also play a special moment just for you. And Henry Wright, this is your moment. All right. That's enough of that. Let's get back into this 60 seconds of Selectcellence. So today we are featuring none other than the GOAT himself, Patrice Oneal. And we can make 1,000 of these just based on the knowledge and experience that he dropped. I mean, from the conversations that he had about his adventures in sex tourism and why he would go out of the country and the different experiences that he had that were just there in the space that he went to, whether it was Brazil, Dominican Republic, or whatever. He had those experiences. It was fun. It was a departure from the American way that women, approached him in the same space, but he left it there. He talked about threesomes and exploring those things with his queen bee chick. He talked about not owning your mate's body. He talked about training his ride or die until she was built up and got the rank of queen bee. But what I wanted to feature today was a clip that was taken from one of his Black Phillip podcasts. And in this particular clip, he's talking to a caller about the caller's wife or the caller's significant other gaining a lot of weight and how he would approach it. Now, just to give you some background, most people who are familiar with Patrice Oneal knows that he was a large guy. He was like, 6'6", 6'7", 300 something plus pounds. But he was also a renowned comedian, and part of his whole get down and why he created the relationship series was that he had understood that over the years he needed to develop who he was and confidence in himself and basically his charisma, and putting that together with monetizing his skill set and his talent as a comedian, afforded him a type of lifestyle to put together this package that was presentable, because his queen bee, she's fine as hell. I'll try to put a picture up of them together. And not only did he have relative success in his relationship, but he was able to help other people navigate the current relationship space in their own way. So he had all these things going for him, and we're fortunate to have this archive of his adventures, his experiences, and just the open and honest dialogue that he had with other comedians, with callers, with TV show hosts, radio show hosts, that all at some point or another had to give it up to Patrice's genius and his knowledge of the human condition. So this particular clip, it was hilarious. When I heard it, I was like, this is Selectcellence right here. But what it is he's sitting at home with his significant other, who ultimately became his fiance, and watching TV. And I'll let him take it from here.
Look, I watched Lock Up with my girl one time, and I think I said this before, but this motherfucker that was in jail for like 20 years, about 35, been lifting weights his whole life. The motherfucker, my girl outwardly go, I had to go, with her, because I'm looking at my stomach going, look, if you wanted to fuck that nigga, man, I can't deny you that, because I'm sitting here with, I'm trying to talk. I'm talking my way into sexy. This nigga walks, and then his testosterone level, what he would do to some pussy is ridiculous.
So of course I'm going to link the I'm going to place the link in the description down below. But I mean, you can listen to hours and hours and hours of Patrice go on about just observable reality and just the truth about the mating and relationship scene in the modern world, and how social media and how travel and how just the entirety of the lifestyle that you build in general all has certain levels of output. And one of the things that I like to reemphasize is when you're a masculine master, uh, you see the outcome that you want before you start to put together the pieces that lead to that outcome. And I think that this is a great example of that. Even though, Patrice had everything that he sort of wanted in that situation, he's comfortable with a beautiful woman and a home that he provided from his craft, from his charisma and his personality. The the honest to God truth is that his woman still reacted and still would react to a well-developed man who kept his body tight, his body game in shape. And there are other episodes where they talk about going to swinger parties and how there was a moment that he had to have this separation of ownership from her body, because he understood that a woman can go out and get with whatever man she wants. But at the end of the day, and what'll come out eventually in this particular podcast that I took the 60 seconds of Selectcellence from, is that depending on your relationship contract and what you have agreed to in those three areas that I always talk about: the social contract, the emotional contract, and the physical contract. If either one of the parties steps outside of those boundaries and breaks some of those contract rules, then the rank starts to go down. And he even mentioned it in that podcast about, if she were to step out on him secretively, if it's not a joint effort or whatever, then he would stay with her. He said that he would stay with her, but she would lose her rank. So this is a topic that I definitely want to continue to explore and to break down in the Select Manosphere space, because I don't think that enough insight has been provided in the traditional spaces that talk about mating and dating in the relationship scene. So this has been your 60 seconds of Selectcellence. Hit me with a comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you have any other suggestions, again, hit the T-Talk Tabernacle if you feel so inclined. Also, check out the Patreon side. But as always, this is your man, Cousin T, a.k.a. the Alpha Wingman, saying stay sharp and mission focused. Later.